Namaste. The study of Sharira and Sharira had been the topic of discussion in the previous video on this channel. Further, to study and visualize the Sharira inside out, dissection has been the way since time immemorial. A detailed description of the process of dissection, including the preceding processes of methods of Shodhana, that is, the process of embalming, as familiar in today's context, has been conveyed in the Samhitas, especially Sushruta Samhita. This process has been termed as Mrita Sharira Shodhana. In today's video, we are going to talk about this process of Mrita Sharira Shodhana in detail with a footnote on the contemporary methods of preservation of the dead body. Let us study the above verse from the 5th chapter of Sharirasthana of Sushruta Samhita by dividing it into 3 sections and dissecting the above verse word by word. The first part talks about the features of the body optimal for dissection, therefore to observe the normal anatomy. And the second part further explains the procedures involved in the preparation and preservation of the body, and the third part summarizes the procedure of dissection itself. First, let us go through the selection criteria of the cadaver. Samasta Gatram. Samasta Gatram iti Angahine Agamokta Avayava Sankhyaadya Pratyayat. All the body parts should be there in their natural numbers. There should be no deficit, extra or defective parts. Avishopahatam. Vishopahate Vishajvalavashirna Twaggadihi Syat. Poisoning should not be the cause of death if it has to be eligible to learn about the normal anatomy of the human body. A body part affected by poison doesn't remain natural and might give wrong knowledge when dissected. Adirgha Vyadhi Piditam. Dirgha Vyadhi Piditehi Twagadimana Sambhavaha. Chronic diseases can cause the destruction of organs or parts of the body. So, if dissection of such a body is carried out, it can give false knowledge. Hence, the dead body should not have been afflicted with any severe or chronic diseases. Avarsha-shatikam. The dead body should not be of a very old person, as old age causes degradation of some body organs. For example, the bones become weak, the shape of the lower jaw changes, the uterus shrinks, etc. The meaning of Avarsha-shatikam should be taken as not very old aged, instead of 100 years old specifically. Nisrishtantra Purisham. Feces present in the intestines should be evacuated before preservation, as intestinal bacteria and feces promote the fast putrefaction of the body. Purusham. During the time of Sushrutacharya, the male body was far more easily available for dissection purposes. Further, detailing of the method of preservation is conveyed step by step. Avahantyam apagayam. The dead body should be kept in a flowing water source. The reason for this is to keep the skin moist, soft, and also the rate of decomposition and putrefaction is slower in water due to the early appearance of alga mortis, that is, the cooling of the body after death. Also, decomposition is slower in flowing water than it is in stagnant water, as it constantly washes out the organisms from the surface of the body. This promotes easy dissection and comparatively longer preservation of the body. Nibhaddam. The body should be kept tight so that it always remains underwater and does not sink. Pancharastam. Apancharaste Jalarayena Brashyati. Dead body should be kept in a cage to protect them from aquatic animals like crocodiles and fishes. मुञ्चवल्कलकुशशणादीनाम् अन्यतमेन आवेष्टिताङ्गम्. मुञ्जाद्यवेष्टने मत्स्यादिभक्षितत्वात् सम्पूर्णावयवता. The body should be wrapped by using one of the plants like munja, valkala, kusha, shana, etc. This is done to protect the body from small aquatic animals like fishes, as they may cause post-mortem injury or mutilation of the body, which will favor the process of decomposition by allowing the invasion of the body by organisms through the injuries or the mutilated areas. Also, there may be some other reasons for mentioning these specific plants. These plants are tough natural fibers and are rich in tannins and other antiseptic compounds. They are predominantly astringent and show properties like antimicrobial, antibacterial, antioxidant, disinfectant, antiparasitic, purifying, and healing. Did you know tannin containing plants, when applied to dead matter, unites with gelatin of the dead animal matter and forms solid insoluble compounds which resist the action of bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites, thus preventing putrefaction. Thus, we can infer that the plants and fibers used are such that they prevent rapid decomposition and enable longer preservation of the body. Aprakashe deshe kotayet. Prakashe gridradibhakshanabhayam. The cadaver should be stored in a dark area that is hidden. This protects the body from scavengers like vultures that may mutilate the body. But there are other sociological considerations too. This ends the preservation of the dead body, and the next part of the verse summarizes the actual procedure of dissection. Samyak prakutitam chodritya tato deham saptaratrad ushira bala venu balvaja kurchanam anyatamena shanaihi avagarshayam. Once the various changes of the body after death, such as rigor mortis, etc., fades off, and when optimally decomposed, it is taken out of the water and is dissected by scrubbing slowly with a brush of ushira, bala, venu, balvaja, etc. The purpose of rubbing the cadaver with such brushes is to enable the visualization and examination of the minute layers of tissues that make up the body. The rubbing is carried out very slowly so that no part is missed and the whole procedure is completed within 7 days. Twagadin sarvaneva bahyabhyantaran angapratyanga visheshan yatoktan lakshayet chakshusha. Thus, beginning with the skin, gradually deeper tissues and internal organs will be exposed, and the student should learn by Pratyaksha Pramana. In summary, Mrita Sharira Shodhana and Parikshana involves selection of optimal body, preparation of the body, preservation and optimal decomposition of the body, and dissection of the body to study the structures. Now that we have completely analyzed the chapter of Mrita Sharira Shodhana according to Ayurveda, here are a few words on the contemporary chemical methods of preservation. Embalming. Embalming is a method of preservation of human remains, maybe a cadaver or any organ or skin, for the purpose of dissection, autopsy, etc., using chemicals like formaldehyde, methanol, ethanol, etc. Plastination. It is a method of dead body preservation where the water and fat are replaced by certain plastic yielding specimens that can be touched, resists, and devoid of smell or decay, and even retain most properties of the original sample. Cryogenics. Cryopreservation is a process where cells or whole tissues are preserved by cooling to low sub-zero temperatures. Our shape is said to be adequately described by our current understanding of anatomy. But how we think about shape results partly from the tools available to us. For the early anatomists, this was principally the knife. Anatomy is, after all, separating the parts with the blade. From Galen through Vesalius and beyond, it was the tools of hunting and butchery which were applied to the body and presented to us the fundamental distinctions we now take for granted. These knives, later scalpels and then lasers, quite naturally cut along the often bilaminar connective tissues, emphasizing the logical distinctions within the extracellular matrix, but obscuring the role of connective tissue syncytium considered as a whole. This is an excerpt from a book named Anatomy Trains, which reflects how the structure of the human body is understood and developed in the course of history, and how our understanding of the body can vary by using different tools of dissection and performing the dissection in a different way. For Ayurveda doctors like us, the second part contrasts the understanding of the modern anatomy as initiated by scientists like Galen, which is reductionist in nature, and the understanding of anatomy as per Ayurveda as taught by scientists like Acharya Sushruta, which is more holistic. Recall how instead of sharp butchering tools that are used in modern day dissection, in the procedure mentioned above, tools like brushes are used to visualize the deeper layers of the body. Don't you think Acharya Sushruta's method of examination of the dead body should be remodeled and reintroduced to explain and substantiate the anatomy of the body as explained in Ayurveda? Give your opinions by commenting under this video. Hence, from above all, it can be said that the method Acharya Sushruta has given for Mrita Samshodhana has a scientific base. Keeping the dead body in water, the plans for wrapping the body, using brushes for examination, etc., have well justified reasons. Thank you for your patience. If you like this video, hit the like button and comment with your opinions. Consider subscribing to our channel and show your support by sharing this video. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more updates.